as a podcast so they can go to YouTube. What is this? Oh, they changed some stuff.
All right, hold on, mute.
X that off.
Hey, if we want to give this to like somebody to watch, what do we do?
Oh, you can send it. You can send it to go to Naturalism of Yahweh on YouTube real quick.
Okay.
And click that live stream. And then share it to anybody. You can put it on your Facebook page. You could put it anywhere. Okay.
Oh. I don't see.
I should be live streaming right now.
Yep. Got it.
Indiginous. You said Miko Wolf. Miko Wolf. Choose the topic. Education. No, chat interview. We're gonna use that as chat interview. Go live. Do. Wait for them to come in. Pull up the live stream on my
Yeah, you're live streaming.
Yeah, you are. You are.
No, I'll for to pull it up on my phone to look at the YouTube account.
All right.
So I can see everybody's coming. Dude. 5 people is watching already. Hey, peace, Kendra Gilbert. Peace. How's the audio, y'all? Okay, there you go. Okay, YouTube, TikTok going on. Hey, TikTok, everybody go to YouTube. Go to Naturalism of Yahweh on YouTube. Please don't sit there like y'all did last time, as if y'all seen the screen. Please go to YouTube to watch this interview with Mr. Miko Wolf. Peace to Copper Shaman. Peace. All right, let's give him a little minute to go over there.
No doubt.
Oh, for the open up. Dang. There's a lot going on right now. What's up, Brave? Go over there to YouTube. Oh yeah, I gotta share it to my shoot, I gotta share this to the group. Okay. Share live stream. Boom. What's up, Auntie B? Brave Cloud. Hey, what's good, y'all? Hey, y'all on. Thank you for the roses. Hey, y'all, go to YouTube. Thank you for that gift. I ain't even did nothing. I'm already getting a gift. Hey, Smackaville, go. I dig that because the rhythm gives the creator give us the master of this world. Yeah. Hey, 75. Go to YouTube. Find my roots. Go to YouTube. Okay, we got 10 people watching. And again, those of y'all that's on YouTube, if you're feeling this live, if you like what you're gonna, if you like the content and everything else, y'all already know what I'll be saying. Go ahead and become a member today. It's cheap, $3 a month. If you want to become a Master Chief, it's $10 a month. You're gonna get access to all my videos before anyone else, my lessons before anyone else. I'm still working on the library, and I'm still working on the merch as well. So if y'all are interested in that, become a member today, and eventually you're gonna get that, and also you're gonna get a discount on it too. But those of y'all on TikTok, please go to YouTube. Join me on YouTube Live. Go to Naturalism of Yahweh on YouTube. All right, we got 16 people in. Hey, why my chat ain't popping up? I'm trying to see the chat. There we go. Play No Games. What's up? Natural Jewels. What's up? Shout out King Wash. Hey, Gerbil, go to YouTube. That's where we at. I told y'all, like, on the TikTok side, I already told y'all, majority of y'all, that debate with MoFax changed a lot of shit. And you notice y'all on TikTok, y'all been kind of quiet lately. Y'all been kind of quiet. So y'all just been dramified with other stuff, dealing with who said this, who said that. I shook the foundation, didn't I? So again, people just been waiting on me to go live. And I told y'all things gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be some changes. It's gonna be a lot of changes going on. We're getting a team of researchers going on. We're gonna have a lot of things going. And today we're gonna have a guest today. His name is Miko Wolf. He's gonna tell you exactly who he is. He's gonna tell you his background, his tribe, how he got here to this day. And actually, Miko Wolf is gonna be the one teaching today. So Natural's gonna be the student. We got my brother Nine Ether God here. Old time friend for back in my day. You ain't gonna see him on the screen because he's driving. But today he's gonna teach us about DNA. He's gonna go over some indigenous content with us, and we probably gonna recap on a debate about certain things that was said, and a lot more things might be discussed in this interview with Mr. Miko Wolf. So before we get started, again, people on TikTok, please go to YouTube. If you want to learn this, please go to YouTube. Because you stay over there at TikTok, it's going to sound like a podcast. You ain't going to see nothing. Okay, we got Big Pran. Shout out Big Pran. We got Port City. Hey, Port City, what you doing over here? Hey, shout out to Port City. You're Pan-African, but shout out to him. That's surprising. Hey, shout out Amaru. Shout out Rachel. Stuart Jones. Stuart, what's up? How you doing? Port City, you are a person that's an expert in DNA. You want to be here for this, so this brother could teach you properly on how to read your DNA results. Okay, we ain't got to come in here doing all talking about push dude. I don't even want to say that. We know about the debate. We can leave that alone, y'all. Hey, let's go. If y'all can see the chat, they're going crazy in the chat. Hunter Wolf, go to YouTube. Okay, and 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Now this is the beginning of the YouTube live. I am Naturalism of Yahweh, and I am here to interview Mr. Miko Wolf, and also he's a new addition to, well, he been doing this for a long time, so he's not a new addition. It's just y'all didn't know nothing about him over here on the TikTok side. He's gonna be making his channel. He's a wonderful brother. He got a lot of information, and I'm going to be learning a lot of stuff from him because he got a lot of information that I don't even know. But we got our ambassadors that come to y'all, and now we're building the teachers at the same time. When I say teachers, we talking real teachers that actually find the information and don't bite off everyone else. You know what I'm saying? This is what we are doing. So I want to welcome Mr. Miko Wolf. Go ahead and take it away. Let the people know who you are. Let them know your background, what you're doing now, and everything else that comes with that.
Well, I first want to say thank you for having me on your platform. I want to give praise to the creator. Today's my birthday, so I definitely want to, thank the creator and my ancestors. Definitely big ups to the ancestors. My name is Miko Wolf. I make up like 3 tribes: Anianawiya, Shada, and Yamasi. Right now, like what I do, I got my own, tribe that I would say technically your family's your tribe. Got my own tribe, Waya tribe. What we do is we educate our people on who we truly are. We educate on, how to exit this little system. No, we're not Moors or sovereign citizens. No disrespect to anybody, but we show you how to properly do it according to the law. We show you how to build your trust and go back to being the king and queen that you rightfully are. We teach you how to grow your own food. We completely, I wouldn't say completely exit the government because some things, are lawful that you need from this government. But we teach you how to go back to being your own government, how our ancestors were upon our own land. So what we're going to get into tonight, or today, I should say, is we're going to get into something that a lot of people call natural selection, but it's really epigenetics. We're going to get into that, and we're going to prove that so-called Blacks, African Americans, whatever y'all calling us nowadays, are actually indigenous right here. So for everybody that talks about DNA tests and 23andMe and Ancestry, which are really statistical guesses, we're going to show you that it's actually they're pinpointing you right here to America, and we're gonna show and prove that.
All right. Hey, thank you for sharing it with us. And can you tell them your tribe again?
Aniyanawea, Yamasi, and Chada.
All right, there you go, people. And also, I got 9 Ether God here. He cannot show his face because he is driving. 9 Ether, let the people
Yep.
know who you are.
Yeah, I'm not Ether God. I'm a long friend of Choctaw over here, Chief, Lord Natural. And yeah, I do I'm mostly into like music, science, and like herbalism a lot of the time, you know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
and I'm into like spiritual things also. So that's a little bit of my background and whatnot.
Facts. And just to ask,
And you be telling my tribe too?
yeah, I was going to ask you, have you
All
came by
right.
your tribe yet?
Yeah. It's a uh it's actually Choctaw, and it's Yamasi and Kitawa. Or what you say,
So we basically family, all of us.
yeah.
Facts. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get it started. We're gonna start off with the DNA. Everybody, get your paper, get your pen, or just type it in your notes because it's gonna be packed with information. This man have debated several Pan-Africans. He talked to geneticists. He studied with he mainly studied about the genetic situation dealing with DNA tests, like he just told y'all. And again, I gave y'all the surface level on how it's fallacies. This man goes in depth within the raw data and show you how it's fallacies. Okay. So here we are, y'all. Here we go. Take it away. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay.
Mr. Miko. And 9 Ether, you can mute yourself too. Well, you probably already muted, but here we go.
Okay, first of all, we have to understand that DNA tests are statistical guesses. And how do we know this? We know this from number one. There was a young lady that did a DNA test with Ancestry years ago. And this was a so-called Black woman. I'm going to be using colloquial terms like black, white. I don't really typically use these terms, but just for sake of argument. But she took a DNA test and she came back as a Jewish white woman. So then she took one with 23andMe and the news got involved. So you guys can see that, and it's with a guy named, one of my good friends, I would say William Gilliland. He's into genetics and stuff like that. This is a guy with a degree in all of this stuff. He was the guy that a lot of you are sharing his information now and sharing a video of him saying that DNA tests are statistical guesses and, only for entertainment value only. So I myself and my team, we have put together a DNA database that shows who's who, whether you're African, American Aborigine. And what we have found is that African Americans and Africans are two different people. And I challenge anybody on that. I mean, if you would like to debate, come get some. But anyways, there was two twins that shared their DNA with a computational biology group at Yale, which verified that the DNA they sent off was statistically pretty much identical. When questioned for the story, 23andMe noted that its analysis are statistical estimates. This is 23andMe saying this, that these are statistical guesses. So when you go and take a test, like 23andMe, all of them have this same thing. If you give me the test, I'll show you in, not even just in the raw data, but you can see it. It's not detected. This is a test right here of somebody. Now notice, they have 91.6% sub-Saharan African, right? We're gonna focus just on that. So now, when you go down to that 91.6%, it says this, under Nigerian, under all of them. Although we've detected Nigerian DNA in your ancestral breakdown, we have not identified more specific locations that your recent ancestors may have called home. So with that being said, they're telling you that they cannot find this Nigerian DNA. They're telling you that they cannot find the Ghanaian DNA. They're telling you all throughout here that they can't find it. Now, there's a video that I could share with me talking to a man from 23andMe, but I'll save that for the page I'm about to start because I'm going to upload a video with me conversing with him. But this will suffice for now. So they're telling you that they cannot find it. Now, the ironic thing about this is all these DNA tests, they update like every so often. They update. So for people saying, well, they just didn't find his family in Africa yet. Be that as it may, but this not detected stuff has been around since 2017. And if they're not going to find that by then, they're not going to find it at all. Trust me. So all the Zomo DNA testing goes back to about like 250 to 300 years. So with that being said, that's like what, 1700s. They were still bringing Africans over here. They didn't stop bringing Africans over here till 1808. So if that's the case, if they were doing that, you can't say, well, it's too far back, so they can't detect it. No, they would still be able to determine your African ancestry. But in this case, with this person, they can't. And this is, and like, you know, and they say in science to test your hypothesis and stuff like that. We have done that. So I have a database of the majority of the people in the database are not from Africa. So this ain't just happening with me. We have a database of over 15,000 people. So we know that this person is not from Africa at all, just like the other people who have this in them. So when they say not detected on their page, what this means is, it says right here and highlighted, if we are not able to detect recent ancestry from a location with confidence, we report this to you as not detected. So meaning you have no ancestry in there at all. You don't have no ancestry over there. 23andMe has said this to me. I'm talking from the high up to the lower people. They have always said this, and it's even on their website. So when I spoke to a Philip, this is what Philip said. Why do you get not detected? Philip says, please note that not detected indicates that we were not able to detect a match for this location. It is not unusual to not match a recent ancestor location. This means that at this time, we were not able to detect recent ancestry from that location with at least 30% confidence. I said, okay. So now I say, so that means no ancestry could be found in that area? Philip says, keep in mind that the information that you are seeing is the recent ancestor locations. Recent ancestor locations are calculated and assigned by comparing your DNA to reference individuals with, remember that, reference individuals with known ancestries from 150 plus regions around the world. Then he goes on to answer my question. He says, yes. So this is 23andMe telling y'all that you have no ancestry in that area if you have not detected. So why are they giving you African ancestry as a percentage? We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Because essentially what they're doing is, it'll be like this, to give an analogy. Let's say that I started a DNA company and we're going to focus on Africa. Let's say I started a DNA company and my database was, okay, we have people that test Africans, right? So let's say that my brother Choctaw Dan, let's say that he decides to get the cotton swab or spit in the cup. So we already have me and we already have somebody else in there. So let's say that I'm Ghanaian and let's say that the other person will be Nigerian. He spits in the cup and our database says, African is, the Ghanaian and Nigerian. He spit in the cup and he have the same allele frequencies as us, meaning he has the same phenotype. He got the same hair, nose, lips, and all that, skin pigment. So they're going to look at the raw data. And then what they're going to do is they're going to say, oh, okay, well, he has more DNA matches with me. So, okay, we're going to give him a percentage of, let's say about 50% Ghanaian. And then the other guy, they're going to say, okay, well, he got a little bit of with him. He's Nigerian. So we're going to give him maybe 5% of Nigerian. That's how they're doing this. Now, the people that they have, they're not even vetting these people. They're going off of their 5th, 6th great grandparents. And you got your family tree and you're going further beyond knowing that you're not an African. So they're going off of this person's database. They're going off of him being Ghanaian. They're going off of him being Nigerian, and they're not even vetting. He's just telling them, well, my fifth grade grandparents were from Africa. Okay, well, we're going to write that down, and you're a part of the African database. That's what they're doing. Now let's go further. When you spit in the cup, this is what they're doing. They're going off of something called the C allele. That's what they're going off of. Now, the C allele, they have found, OSU has done a study, and you guys can look at the study. If you want a copy of it, I will send it to you. And I'm talking to them now. One of their geneticists has just proved this, but we're gonna save that for another video. Now, OSU, Oregon State University, they have done a study, and they have found out that P. vivax malaria has been in the New World, America, for 100 million years or better. They said it has been in birds, monkeys, and mosquitoes. This is just like that amber mosquito that had, it was on Jurassic Park, where they had the mosquito in the amber. They was trying to tell you something. They had the little amber mosquito. That was the P. vivax malaria. So now, why is this important? Because in 1930 to 1956, they have found out that, now they tell you in science that sub-Saharan Africans have an immunity to P. vivax malaria, and it's nowhere outside of sub-Saharan Africa. But in 1930, 1955, they were testing American Negroes. And this is what they found out. They found out that American Negroes have an immunity to all forms of P. vivax malaria. We have an immunity to it in Africa. We have immunity to it in America. We have immunity to it in the South Pacific, Korea, you name it, all forms. Now, why is this important? This is important for several reasons. Number one, because it proves, as I said before, that y'all call it natural selection. It proves epigenetics, which we're going to get into in a minute. It also proves that the Native Americans, and no disrespect, but it proves that they are not the first inhabitants. They're not aboriginal, as you would call it in law. They're not the first inhabitants. So why would we say that? Because it has been documented that they have been dying from diseases, especially P. vivax malaria. So if they were around it in situ, just like the same article I'm quoting from said that anatomically modern humans would have had to evolve with P. vivax malaria in situ, S-I-T-U. So they would have to evolve with it. So why would we have an immunity against it and they don't have it? It's because we were already here. So now, when they do these DNA tests, they're going off of the C allele, which is the Duffy-Nell allele, which is the protection against P. vivax malaria. They're going off of this RS2814778 gene. So what this is, when you look at it on the screen, is phenotype. So what they're doing is, since we share a phenotype with Africans, and last I checked, Africans don't have a patent on phenotype. You can't just say, well, black skin or whatever you call it, brown, whatever, comes from Africa. No, we were all over this planet. So now, when you spit in a cup, according to the genotype, which is GG, it's phenotype. So anybody with this phenotype, they're automatically going to say you're from Africa. They're automatically going to say, you know what? Well, since we go off the out of Africa theory and you have this Duffy-Nell allele, then you are African. That's what they're doing to you. And if you notice, little sidebar, it says right here, resistance to malaria, increased odds of HIV infection upon exposure, but slow disease progression if infected. So that should be a light bulb in people's head that they knew to make HIV to take out our people, but that's another story. So what am I saying here, really? I'm really saying that if anybody's indigenous, they should be comparing them to our blood, not Native Americans, because we are the first inhabitants. Let's move on. So now, this right here, now quinine is the cure to P. vivax malaria. The Spaniards that went down to South America, they found when the native people acquired fevers, they would drink infusions of the cinchona bark, which was later, as I said, called quinine. That's the cure to the P. vivax malaria. Now, look who's giving it to science. This is Peru offers a branch of cinchona to science from a 17th century engraving, cinchona. The source of Peruvian bark is an early remedy against malaria. I ain't got my glasses on, but that don't look like a modern day Native American to me. That looked like Omar down the street. That don't look like no Native American. So once again, we have always been here. And the source is right there at the bottom. This from 1955 issue. How ironic, because in 1930 to 1955, they discovered that we had this immunity, and now they put it in right here. And I also have a newspaper article that shows that there was a brother giving it to the Jesuits, the same thing. Let's move on. So as I said before, anatomically modern humans are only, they claim only about 200,000 years old, experts say, but these findings indicate that they evolved with malaria in their entire existence, which means that we would have an immunity against it, which, like I said, is epigenetics. Okay, let's move on. So we already know that America was in a new world. They say that's the science article right there. You can go bring it up. You can even write them yourselves. They'll tell you the same thing. That's the amber bark right there. That was or not amber bark, but that's the mosquito that was in the amber. That's 100 million years old. Okay, let's continue to go. So remember, they said that when we go right back up, let's go right back up. I put that for a reason. They said that although we've detected Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean DNA in your ancestral breakdown, we have not identified more specific locations that your ancestors may have called home. Why is that important? Now, we break down etymology. We know that ancestry means ancestor. We know that, ancestor, technically just means basically people you descended from, a person you descended from. So if they cannot find that in that African database, how are you an African? It makes no sense. You have no predecessors there. You have none. Now on 23andMe and also Ancestry, they have maps of where your ancestors are or your people you match with. Just like the guy I quoted earlier, William Gilliland, he said that when you do these DNA tests, you're supposed to go off the people that you match with. You're supposed to go off of them. And that's how we conduct these tests. When you go off of your matches and stuff like that, we go to these people and we do their genealogy. And it all says the same thing, that we go back to the southeastern portion of the United States, or we go back to a particular tribe, or we go back to Mexico, which is going back to the Olmecs and things of that nature. So when you look at these maps right here, look at this person. He has all of these people all across the United States, right? He even got somebody right there in Middle America, right? Or South America. When you go to Africa, look at it, long lead in the mud. No Africans, no matches. No Africans at all. They even got people in Europe that you match with, but why not Africa? Why is that? Because you're not an African. So now, once again, we talked to 23andMe. Why do you have Africa if you don't have a match there? This is what they're saying. Okay, so why am I assigned sub-Saharan Africa if I don't have a match there? Not detected. Same guy. As previously stated, recent ancestor locations are calculated and assigned by comparing your DNA to reference individuals. There go that database again. With known ancestries from 150 plus regions around the world. Like I said, they don't even vet this, but he's saying it's known ancestry. So if these people have known ancestry and they're in Africa, why don't they match to you? Because you're not genetically the same. That's just like with Muhammad Ali. I don't know if y'all ever saw that, but he had just won the gold medal and he wanted to go inside of a restaurant to get a burger or a sandwich, whatever, and they wouldn't let him in there. And the Africans with turbans came and they said, no, let them in. They're not Negroes. I mean, we can prove this. We're doing the DNA. We can do it by newspaper articles too, because in newspaper articles, they're literally saying that we're not the same as Africans, which I can show that too. They're saying we are our own tribe. Now, he said from 150 plus regions around the world. It's important to note that we don't include close relatives in this calculation. And those matching DNA segments must be unique, meaning we don't double count identical segments you might share with multiple distant relatives. Once again, they compare your DNA to a reference data set. I said, okay, so you guys have a reference data set that you have to compare my DNA. He said, that's right. So people, they survey, say what region they are from. And if it matches your DNA, that's what they put as your ancestry composition. So notice what he said. So the people that are in the data set, this is me talking, the people who are in the data set have to take a survey. He said, I said, basically a survey conveying where they and their grandparents are from, correct? He said, not specifically survey, they have to report that they have ancestry on said regions. So if you take a test and you're in their database saying you're from Africa, then they match you with that if you match the CLAO, as I stated earlier. So your results are a play off of their database. So I said, okay, great. So is it safe to say that my results are kind of a play off of your reference data set? He said, thank you for waiting. He said, yes. To assign your recent ancestor locations, we look for identical pieces of DNA that you have in common with 23andMe customers with known ancestry from each location. So they're just looking at the CLAO. And they're looking at another LAO, which we're going to get into, which is going to blow your mind because they can't even tell whether your DNA with the CLAO is dark-skinned Asian or dark-skinned African. They can't even tell. So they're really guessing like we stated in the beginning. So he says, also, we do a calibration step that helps determine whether you share a similar genetic makeup to people who have recent ancestry from a specific location. We use this comparison to set a unique confidence threshold for each location. So now, this right here is a person who's so-called Black. Notice when we go all the way up, let's go all the way up one more time. We go right here. Notice this, the GG to the left, right? That's the genotype, right? That's the genome, right? So now, when we go back down, this is the raw data. It has the GG. So we know this person does have the CLAO. So we're not playing when we say that they're going off of your CLAO and stuff like that. So now he got the GG, right? Now, when a European person does the test, the RS2814778, they don't have it. They have the TT. They don't have the GG. They have the TT. This is denoting that this person is of lighter skin, lighter complexion. So when you have lighter complexion, they're like, oh, we got to look at it. So they match Europeans. So they're going to get European DNA. If you don't match the us, or if you match us, then you're going to get that too. But some of us do have the TT in us because some of us have mixed ancestry. So I'm just showing you right here, the TT and GG, you know, this is Black, this is white, right? So now, for some reason, they cut my notes off there. So now, what we get from this is, like I told you before, they cannot determine whether you are dark-skinned or whether you are, let's see this. Let me go here. They can't determine if you are, not dark-skinned, I'm sorry. They can't determine whether you are dark-skinned Asian or they can't determine whether you are dark-skinned African. So why is anybody telling us to take these DNA tests when they don't even know how they conduct these tests? Number one. Number two, they don't even know the difference between the Asian or the dark-skinned African. So anybody having O blood, which our people, they say, which I believe it's more, they have 47% O blood. So to have the P-Vivax malaria protection, you would have to have O blood. So they're lying to a degree, because some of us, they're telling us that we have A or B, which that's not true at all. Some of y'all have O blood, you just don't know it. And some of us actually do have A and B because of mutations. But this is what I wanted to show right here. This is the RS1426654. This is what I show with the GG and all the other ones. Notice it says right here, if you have GG 2.6, this is the genome. Probably dark, notice it, probably dark skin, Asian or African ancestry. So if y'all can't put a difference between Asian or dark skinned African, how in the world are you giving me African then? That makes zero sense, man. So Pan-Africans and everybody that keeps saying, well, take a DNA test, please stop using that because y'all don't even know how they conduct these tests. And it goes deeper than this. This is just a synopsis of what I'm doing. So it goes deeper than this. So anybody denying that we have been here, please answer this question for me. Why do we have P-Vivax malaria protection? Not only in America, but we have it all over the globe because we are the original people. So that AOO haplogroup, Albert Perry, it's starting to sound familiar and it's starting to sound real good and probable now, right? Because I got people in my database who have the same AOO haplogroup like he got, like I'm one of them, that have the same AOO haplogroup he have. So I don't really even need to go into any more on the video. I'm gonna go into a lot more than this. and further drive my point home, I mean, they say lookership and stuff like that, but I mean, they telling you that the Olmecs just disappeared. No, they didn't. Those are our people, which we can prove that too. I don't know if y'all ever saw this right here, but this is Saint Mary of the Goodwins. This is what they say that this is the authentic picture of, they say, Columbus and his people. But notice they got in the back, they said this is the first picture that they done took of Native Americans. That looked like a brother to me. Them look like brothers to me. Right there in the back. He got an afro. Native Americans don't look like that. Native Americans don't look like that. So now, I'm gonna play something and I'm gonna end it with this. Hopefully everybody can hear this. Let me play this. Let me play this. Let me play this. Hopefully everybody can hear this. I hope you can. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this. This is the 23andMe guy. I spoke to another guy and we talked about the not detected. Let me put the not detected on the screen. Hopefully everybody can hear this. The not detected. Listen. Can you hear that?
Yes, I have a question about my results. Under sub-Saharan African, it says that I am 79%. But when I click on scientific details, it tells me that all of Africa is not detected. What does that mean?
Is the guy talking?
Yeah, you can hear him?
No, I can't hear him.
Ah, man. So I'm gonna probably just have to upload it and then people can hear it that way, because it's like him basically saying that the not detected, if you don't match to these people, you're not genetically similar. He's like literally saying this.
Is it an audio file or?
I screen recorded it. Like I recorded it from my other phone and then screen recorded it to me. Like I got it on my Facebook. I don't know if you can play that on here. I don't know if you could do that.
Can you send me the screen recorded file?
I could actually, but I would have to shorten it up a little bit though.
You can send it to my email.
Email, okay. I don't know if it's gonna do that. I don't know if it's gonna go like that. Let me see.
Wait, but if he got it on Facebook, then he could just,
yeah, you can just go straight to your
from
Facebook
the
and play
Facebook.
it. Yeah,
Ah, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
Wait,
so-
what would I have to do? Like just stop sharing?
Yes. Stop sharing real quick.
Okay.
Then go to your Facebook and go straight to the video.
Okay. I can do that.
And then like share the video.
Okay. Let's see. There we go. So you say now I got the video. So you
And
say share the video.
You would just make it a full screen for that
Okay.
for that exact screen over there. And you will go back to Zoom and you will share a desktop and you can play the video.
Share desktop. Okay, I got it. Right here, desktop. Okay, you can see that now, right?
Yeah. But
Okay, here we
yeah,
go.
yeah, you got it.
Oh, I'm trying to press the video. There we go. They're not detected. Listen.
Oh, yes, I have a question about my results. Under sub-Saharan African, it says that I am.
You can hear that, right?
Yeah, we can hear you. I'm just trying to see if I can yeah, go ahead and play it.
79%.
Because if I ain't gonna be able to hear it, I could do
details.
something to make it. If
Okay.
if we ain't gonna be able to hear it, hold
All
on,
of
pause it.
Africa is not detected. What does that mean?
Hey, go ahead and pause it. Pause it.
Huh?
It's not we can't hear him. I'm gonna do something so I can hear it.
Okay.
Send me that video. Stop screen sharing, real quick. Stop screen sharing. Send me that video in the group.
Okay. Let me see. It might not let me send. Let me see. It probably let me send like this. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Album video. Here it is. I got to go all the way down. And then... Here it is. Right there. It's a long video. It is not letting me send. Let me cancel that. Look. Yeah, it's saying it's too long. I would have to like chop it up real quick. Hold on. But I sent it through let me see. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, I clicked it in a group and it
Did not detect it. Listen.
some reason it's not letting me click it. For some reason it's not taking me straight to the video. I'm gonna go to your page and it should be in your video session.
Look in the group now. Look in the group now.
It's not taking me to it.
Damn, it keeps going to like that same guy, which is crazy. But it goes to the whole thing.
For some reason it's not. Hold on, wait. If I go to your photos, it should pop up in your videos, right?
Well, it's on the when you go on my main page, like when you go, keep going down and you'll see it. Like it's not that far.
All right. Page all the way down. Oh, here it is, right here. Okay.
You see it?
Yeah. And now what I'm going to do, I am going to share it to my page. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Better do some freaking tech shit. I'm just running through my FL Studio, increase the volume.
Oh, you make beats?
Yeah, and compress the audio and.
Yeah, I'm about to say compress the audio.
Yeah.
As soon as he said FL Studio and compress, I know you make beats.
Oh, yeah. There's ways to get around this, but that's very important. We need to hear this.
Oh yeah, definitely, because this is exactly him saying that, and I'm saying it's on their website, and they're higher up. The people that do the test agreed with me. I got all that information. Geneticists are agreeing with me, and they told me I would not be able to go public with this because they would sue me. But I'm like, wait, if y'all sue me, y'all basically just agreed that African Americans are the original people. I've been putting this shit out since, I've been putting this out since 2017, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. And I also want to thank the people before me that, led me to these studies and stuff like that. Cause it's like, now we done started a wildfire. Now we got young people, my children right here, they finna get ready to study genetics right now.
Wow. Download Facebook videos. And I'm gonna have to rip the audio out. Okay. Go.
What's your email? I'm gonna send it to you like that just in case as well.
Oh no, I got it. It's doing it right now. I'm moving real fast.
Okay, perfect.
Getting this out the way. Okay. Where's that share button? Share. Hold on, chat. Bear with me. There we go. Got the video link. It's gonna take me a good 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, now we got the video. Come on now. It's gonna be downloading, finish downloading 56 seconds. But if you don't mind, go over the video just to
okay, like basically when I called him, I asked, well, the not detected, what exactly does that mean? And he was like, well, the recent ancestry locator is the people that you are genetically similar to. So I said, okay, well, he said, do you see any percentages? I said, yeah. He said, if you don't match with them, you're basically, you're not genetically similar, is what they're saying. So if that's the case, like I said, if the autosomal DNA test goes back to like 1700s, and like I said, they didn't stop bringing Africans over here till 1808. So we should be able to get a recent ancestor locator over there. And I asked, and I ain't gonna say his name, but I asked a prominent Pan-African person, well, he asked me to take a DNA test. I said, okay, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in a transatlantic slave trade? He said, yeah. I said, okay, I mean, no problem. It happened, but not to the degree that they said. Okay, we could agree on that. But okay, if that's the case, then do you feel like they took all of us over here? Or did they leave some of us over there? He said, no, some of us escaped over there. Okay, perfect. So if that's the case, why does 80% or better of my database not have the genetic markers of Africans? Why is that? He couldn't answer the question. He couldn't answer the question. And I can show this on all DNA tests. All DNA tests. These people, see, the problem is we get these tests and we just look at it. Oh, snap, son. I'm Nigerian. I'm this. I'm about to go buy a dashiki. I'm finna go buy a turban. I'm finna go buy this. I'm finna go to Africa. Yada, yada, yada. But we never question, how do they conduct these tests? We never question that. How do they give us our haplogroups, which haplogroup is only less than 1% of your DNA. And haplogroup is not end all be all, because technically haplogroup, it doesn't mean that that's where you're from, because a lot of African Americans over here have E1B1A, and they're saying that it's Israelite, which is not true, but they're saying that it's E1B1A or whatever, but you don't find it matching to Africa over there. You find it all over here in America. Just like L1C haplogroup, geneticists have already determined, and I can show this, that it doesn't match Africa. So like I said, we are our own people. We are our own people.
Hold on 1 second. For some reason I can't hear nothing, so I'm trying to fix this. And it screwed up somehow. Hey, but give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
I can't hear nothing. Hold up.
You can't hear me?
Turn the system off and turn it back.
Yeah, y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Hey, can you go say something? Can you hear me?
Hey, yo.
Yo.
Nope, I cannot hear you. What is going on?
Oh, it's not. It's probably his audio when he switched it over.
Oh, when he opened up the FL Studio,
it plugged into a different interface.
It's like as soon as I started, hey, do a thumbs up. Oh my God, what is going on here? Hold on. Let me turn this up. This is crazy. Let me see if I could play something. Yeah, that worked.
Yeah, we can definitely hear you.
Okay, go say something again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, what is going on with this audio?
Yo.
Well, audio settings. Oh, that's why. Okay, I got it.
What did it hook up to a different interface?
I got it. Oh, that was so stupid. I was finna get pissed. It's so much stuff. I got so much stuff on here. So many audio outputs and inputs. It doesn't make any sense. But that's what happens when you're a freaking audio engineer. I'm sorry, stuff. All right. Okay. Now, okay, I got the video. I got to go to FL Studio. I mean, not FL Studio. I'm not gonna open that shit again. I'm gonna open it up in Filmora, and I'm gonna rip the audio out the video. Man, that was driving me crazy. I was like, man, I know my system's not failing me in the middle of a live. Okay. Unchained.
Oh, you're an engineer for real. You said rip the audio? Oh, man.
For to rip the audio, for to remove the video and compress it. Delete. Compress the whole audio. Okay. Buzzer. Come on now. Certain sections that's real low. This is 3 minutes. Yeah, all of his sections is real low. That's crazy.
Thank you. Give me another. Thank you. You take that one. Thanks. Thank you. Wait, his audio is low?
Yes, it's extremely low. Like,
that's because he was over the phone.
Yeah, probably so. Let's bring it up. Let's see.
What does that mean?
Okay, just for a second here. So,
yeah, we got it. Hold on.
Dude, there it is.
Oh, y'all heard it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard it.
Hold on, I'm gonna play it again. Chat, tell me.
They're not detected.
What was that? You had some music playing in the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold up.
Sean, come in.
Hey, chat, could y'all hear that? Could y'all hear that? That audio?
Okay.
Oh, yes, I have a question about my results.
Did y'all hear him say, I got a question about my results? Okay, good. All right, here we go.
Go ahead, sir.
Under sub-Saharan African, it says that I am 79%. But when I click on scientific details, it tells me that all of Africa is not detected. What does that mean?
Let's take a brief pause.
Okay, just for a second here. So, under the sub-Saharan African, sir, is there like another information just below it? Because it will be further breakdown to the one that you match with.
Yes, throughout all of them that I'm matched with, which is saying sub-Saharan Africa or West Africa, is saying that it's not detected. And on you guys' website, it says not detected means that like basically there is no ancestry there, so to speak.
Okay, so is it for all of the information under sub-Saharan African? Can you give me some like of the list that you see?
Yes, it's under every one of them.
Okay, but when you check your report, like for example, the breakdown, do you see like the reference population assigned to them, sir?
Yes.
So what do you see on the report itself?
On the report itself, it's just saying not detected. Like I see Nigeria, I see Ghana, Liberia, Sierra Leone, stuff like that. And under the let me see. I even click on it. It's even giving me the populations. It's telling me that it's not detected under each one of them.
Okay, so but you're saying that you have 50% under the sub-Saharan Africa.
Well, 79%. Yes.
79%. But you don't see any like reference population.
Well, yes.
That will be further breakdown term.
Yes, I see the reference population. Now, when you say reference population, that's the people that you guys tested, correct?
That's the genetically similar group, sir. Like, for example, the Nigerian, Ghanaian, Liberian, Sierra Leonean, something like that. So those are the reference population. Do you see those information on the report?
Yes.
Okay, so that means that under the sub-Saharan African, sir, the one that you match with is like those reference population. Those that you didn't match will be shown as undetected or not.
He really just shot himself.
Game over. I told you, man. It gets worse than that, man. It gets worse than that for them. So all these people telling us to take a DNA test. I mean, you got to explain, how do they take these tests? You see what I'm saying? Like, how do they take these tests? And then they have to explain, why do we have the protection against P-Vivax malaria here? Why do we have that? So that would means we developed an immunity against it. So the days of saying that we were not in America are over. I mean, so all this genetic stuff that we have, this genetic evidence matches with those pictures, because we know that when we look at the Bonham-Pak mural down there in Mexico or whatever, we know that those people on that mural, they got dreadlocks like me. So if they got locks like me, we know that Native Americans with their haplogroup of R can't produce that phenotype. The only phenotype that can produce that is ours. So we know that that can't be them. That would have to be us. And we got brothers right now that look just like them statues, just like the murals and paintings and stuff like that. So we know that that couldn't have been them. So now we have the DNA evidence, and I'm going to go further with this and show y'all that they've been lying to us this whole time, that the whole agenda has been to switch places with you. Like some of the Africans over there have been wanting to come over here and then selling you Africa, just like in 2019 when they did, they even got, what's his name? Stevie Wonder on it now, telling you to go back to Africa now, when he knows for a fact his lineage is here. When I got his, not DNA, but I got his genealogy, when he from here. So they made like $19 billion to tell you to go over there. Then they got, what's that guy named, karate dude that plays Spawn? What's that man name? Said that he
Michael
could be,
Jai White.
There you go, him. They got him to take a DNA test and they made him king over there. Anybody, for those of us that for those of people who ever been to Africa, when you go over there, they call you American. You are not African. If you go meet an African and tell him you African, they're gonna be like, no. You are American. So not only that, but when you go over there, you gotta have bread to go over there. To get dual citizenship, you gotta have bread. Don't be believing them celebrities when they be telling you, oh, let's go to Africa. No, they're trying to switch places with you because they know the so-called white people, we call them in my language, the Nahulo, they're basically trying to, because they know that they cannot subjugate you. Look at the wars we fought with these people, the Yamasee Wars, the Pequot Wars, you know what I'm saying? All those wars, they can't subjugate you. They can't even, you basically wild. But them Africans, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yeah, the white man. They be doing stuff like that, right? So now you got Akon telling you, I wouldn't even trust a brother with a hairline like that. Please don't. You got you got Akon telling you to go to Africa. You got that, I don't know the guy's name. He a Nigerian rapper or whatever. He telling you go to Africa. Stevie Wonder is telling you to go to Africa. But this is your home that you're standing on. And we lightweight just proved that. I mean, there's more evidence in that. I know people like to debate, and I'm open for any debate with a Native American, with a sub-Saharan or whatever you say you are, Pan-African. My man's right here, he bodied one of y'all like Monday. I'm just here to lay the chalk down. So pretty much, man, we who we say we are. So people need to stop saying that we not Choctaw or Chada or Yamasee or Anianahuia. Y'all need to stop doing that because you can't even tell me, you can't even show me your test matching with your ancestors. So stop it.
Hey, so do you have anything dealing with the this person said? The Gullah Geechee. Do you know anything about that?
Gullah Geechees are mixed people. When I look at their genetics, technically, to be honest with you, some of them are African. And I'm not denying that Africans are not here. Some Africans are here, but when you do like the numbers and stuff like that, the populations, which I could show, it kept growing from 1790 up until like 1865. The population kept growing and growing. And one of these books over here that I could show, it shows you that a slave did not live that long. They did not live that long. They barely lived to like 50. So, and then it tells you that they were always stillborn, like not always, but they said that a lot of the pregnant women were stillborn. They had stillborn children. And a lot of them, they had to go out and work in the field even when they was finna give birth. Like in 9 months, they had to give birth. So nobody can survive that. So where did these numbers come from? They came from some of the Moors, Black Europeans, when they got brought over here, and they definitely come from your ancestors.
And also Pacific Islanders as well. A lot of them
absolutely
were sent over here too. That's why we got a lot of Asiatic or Oriental blood in our tribes as well. Where people
absolutely. You see that in the test too. Like when you go down and you look at like, see on these DNA tests, the lowest number you are, that happened longer ago. So if slaves were if so-called slaves, which we were never slaves, we were prisoners of war. If so-called slaves were a controlled commodity, how in the world you got Southeast Asian in your DNA? see what I'm saying? So the Gullah Geechee would technically be a mixture of people because they have some of the Bantu language in there. They'd be a mixture of so-called Africans, and they'd be a mixture of us. So it's a mixture of people.
Right. So, do you have anything else to share upon DNA before we move on to the next thing?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, so we'll leave that as a part 2 with the DNA. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you have learned something. I always do this. Put a 1 in the chat if you have learned something. And if you truly have learned something, please put a little thing in the chat where tell us exactly what you had learned. Put a 1 in the chat and say what you had learned. Because I see a lot of y'all say, oh, it's over for these Pan-Africans. I see that. We got one guy. We got one guy named Port City. I ain't seen him say he want to challenge you, but he been throwing a tantrum down there in that chat. He the first guy I debated from the group called the Syndicate. I don't know if you watched that debate. It was me versus Port City.
No, I ain't see that one yet.
Okay, yeah. When you see that one, that whole debate was mainly about monkey business. And I'm being honest with you. It was about monkey business. And it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. But it was professional, and I gave him his props. But if anything, he is the DNA guy. He is the DNA guy of that side. So if we see anything, it might be coming from him. If he come up for the challenge for that. And I will
if he wants to. I'm gonna state this because I'm about to announce this like here shortly on my page. Wyatt Tribe is offering $1,000 to anybody who can disprove anything that I say. Anybody that can disprove that so-called Blacks, African Americans, whatever y'all calling us now, if you can disprove that we were here and that we're indigenous here, I'll give you $1,000.
And he got it.
Most definitely. If you can disprove that, come on the page. When I set up the page and everything, I want all of these Pan-Africans, whatever they think they are, they're on the list. If you can prove that we are not indigenous, I'll give you $1,000. Yeah, so what was the guy's name?
This one, his name is Port City Vibes.
He can be first to get scouted. It's all love at the end of the day, man. It's all love.
And look, we not like most of the Indian Center Prayer yelling and shouting, going ballistic in the middle of the debate. No, we are very professional here. And what you're saying is the beginning of something beautiful is going to happen. Like I said, we got our team, but I'm going to tell you a little something that happened on TikTok a while ago. Somebody, I don't know what Pan-African did this, but somebody approached B for All, my wife, and Big Prin. You're going to know those people eventually in the long run. about setting up a debate, and they was trying to set up $10,000, $20,000 somewhere. I don't know. But here's the funny thing about it. They chose my people for me while I was at work. They chose people that don't debate. So what the strategy of that debate was, they was going to target the other people to rather than me. And they was putting all the money on the line. Things changed when I set up a one-on-one. It changed dramatically. Now, if they want to do this team stuff later on in life, I still need 2 more teachers. When I say teachers, I'm talking about a teacher like you. I need teachers. Somebody that been diving into the old books. Somebody that got a good name for themselves. I need teachers, not you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. I got my family.
Team scholars.
We got people that's really gonna scout your ass, like for real, like, and they're all decency and professionalism. That's what we're gonna do. Like, if I'm gonna have a team for something, let me choose my team. Don't sit up here and choose something for me. Because, like I said, none of you ain't defeating me. As of yet, it would never be. Like, the people has spoken, for one. And I said I'm moving on to bigger and better things, like prominent Pan-Africans. Like, the first person I might challenge is Dr. Mawad. People told me how this individual is and how this person like to bring in a man that like to bash and go crazy and things like that. I'm fully aware of that. That will be coming in the making, and yes, I will become for him one of these days to challenge him or her, or whoever it is. We're making this business known, and if you want to be a part of that, you got to get your literature up. You got to get your knowledge up. I'm going to be showing the brother how to basically get his channel up, because he going to be making a channel I believe this week. You're going to make a channel this week or sometime. He's going to make a channel. I'm going to be promoting this channel, and y'all go follow him. I don't know if he's going to be on TikTok or not, but if he do, I'll promote him on TikTok too.
Most definitely.
Miko is on the scene, but he's coming from Facebook challenging people. You did some debates on YouTube before, have you?
I debated a Native American guy. Should I say his name or no?
No, you can. It don't matter.
Blue Horse. I ain't seen him since. He probably somewhere in my backyard. I debated him and demolished him. I debated some Israelite guy, demolished him, and after that, nobody debates me. I mean, I'm not saying that like I'm all that or nothing like that, but it's just when you debate, like you said, you have to have your literature together. You can't just be coming with one book. You know, you got to come with facts. You got to come, you know what I'm saying? That's what you have to do. I see somebody in the chat said he's ready to take money. Okay. I'm gonna send you back to your hut in Africa.
They're just trying to sell them something. That's all. That's the reason they're being nice to them. They're just trying to sell them something. But all right, let's get on to the next thing. What was the next thing I was going to talk about? Okay, now I'm fit to share my screen. Okay. The next part of this business, Indian business. All right, family. Let's get off this. X that off right there. Okay. I like to call it debate recap. We could say debate recap or whatever you want to call it. It's really just, it is what it is. So what we doing is, did I say it right here? The latest thing I have found so far. Just found this. Did I save it? Where did I save it? Did I save it in classifications, or I probably saved it in masses? Let's go right here. Click this.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh yeah, that's my Telegram. It's this right here. I believe I didn't save it in my stuff yet. This is the latest thing I found right here. This literatures in physiology and zoology and the natural history of man. This is 1822. Shout out MoFax. Hey, here we go. Okay, he didn't want to show himself in the debate, so y'all, that's what he looked like. I don't know, he was being funny, but that's him right there. Now, when I do stuff, Miko, I like to play around and stuff like that, but I still keep it strictly on the literature. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. This right here is on page 41. We dealing with the word black. So this is just really just a continuation. It says black in various shades, from the sooty color or tawny black is that of pitch or ebony or jet black. Pitch, ebony, or jet black. Let me turn this thing down. It's crackling. Okay. And it says this prevails very extensively on the continent of Africa, characterizing all the Negro tribes. You know, Pan-Africans, they will pause right there, right? Excuse me. And it says it is foundation. What did it say? It is found also in the Negro-like natives of New Holland.
Oh, wow.
No,
I said that's dope.
And it says, I think that says it's kind of cut off. I'm just gonna say VA Diamonds Land, Papua and New Guinea, and the new dang, why they cut it off. I don't know what that says. And it says bridges and other islands of the South Sea is seen mingled with the national color. And Brazil, California, and India. The New Caledonians constitute an insensible transition with the chestnut color islander of the Togatabo and dark New Highlanders from the tawny or brown Otaheitians or something like that to the Papuas and the Negroes or Negroes of New Guinea. So you see right here, they said the Negro light again. If you look like a Negro, according to a white man, what are you? If you like a Negro, according to Mexicans and all the other stuff, what are you? Since this world revolves around lookership, phenotypically, you are be classed under the family of the Negroes, no matter what you are. So we got bears, right? We got a polar bear, we got a grizzly bear, we got a brown bear. They still under the bear family. They're different colors of bears, but they're still under the bear family. Just like you got different plants, you got different types of bees and walruses, they still under those families. So when you see different Negroes around the world, they still under the Negro family. If you look like a Negro, you still under the Negro family, regardless. You're a Negro. That's the point I was sitting up here trying to prove. It don't matter if you look like they kept saying you look like a Negro. It doesn't mean you're a Negro. Then what is a Negro? Because to define a Negro is by his phenotype, right? It's by his skin complexion, right? You could be a Negro with a thin nose, a skinny nose, narrow nose, and thin lips. We've seen Negroes with thin lips and a narrow nose, but they were still defined as Negroes. So again, like I told him, what exactly is a Negro? What exactly is it? Okay. So we go back. It says, I believe this is it right here. This book is called The Human Race. It says the complexion of the skin is one of the most apparent through not most characteristic attributes of the Negro race. It says the belief was long entertained that the color of the blacks resulted from the prolonged action of the sun on their bodies. But observation has shown that such is not the case, and that their extremely dark hue by no means depends either on the intensity or brilliancy of the solar rays. It says white men are to be found in central parts of Africa. So since they say that, which is true, because I brought out a Berber book that showed that showed white people in South Africa and East Africa, in Central and in the West Africa, but they was called Berber tribes. They were hairy men. Some of them walked on all fours. Some of them didn't. They had a Neanderthal behavior, right? So why didn't y'all call them African and Negroes when y'all said that an African is a Negro? So what is these people? You can't call them Caucasians. So what are they? Amico, you wanna speak on that?
This is dope. So it says right here that while Black tribes exist in countries subject to the most rigorous code. Wow.
Yep.
So I think in that debate, like I told you before, dude shot himself in the foot out the gate on his first round by going to etymology. He shot himself in the foot because, I mean, say we were to say we were Moors. He said when he went to the etymology, when he went to Negro, it went, like, if you can share that, man, like, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
The first part of the debate, or just when he was breaking down?
When he was breaking down Negro, he went to, hold on one second.
Okay. Let's get to it.
Can y'all grab that? My bad. My bad. I didn't mean to do that.
Watermelon.
Right
I believe that's
there. Wait, no, that's not. Yeah, it's he gonna go down right there. Yep. Thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't mean to knock that over. I'm a little too excited. When you look on there, it say right down there, it says borrowing, it says Negro borrowing from Spanish. Older English words were Moor and Blackamoor, right? So you know that they called us Moors, they called us Ethiopians, blue men, and all that stuff. So just for shits and giggles, if you was to say, well, I'm a Moor. So we know according to Massachusetts law and according to Georgia law, they said, excuse me, they said that Moors were here. So the debate topic, if I'm not mistaken, was if Black people were in America, right? Before Columbus and slavery, right?
mm-hmm.
That was the debate topic, right?
Yeah, it says Negroes was here in America before colonization, aka pre-Columbian.
Okay, so when Texas, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, and all that was connected to Mexico, they literally say in Georgia law and in Massachusetts law that the Mauritanian racists were down there with us. So that matches with this book here, which states that the so-called, when they be calling Moors Arabs and stuff like that, they're telling you that all of these people that are saying that they are Moors would technically be the real Arabs, right? Which matches with those same people that came here. So he shot himself in the foot by default and knocked himself out. He left himself wide open and you hit him with that good old uppercut. So he lost that debate. Like, you destroyed him even without all of this stuff, but you destroyed him in what he said, what you were saying, and you kept it classy. And to be honest with you, he was wasting all of his time rambling about trying to disprove you and Walter Plechter, and he didn't even know what he was talking about.
Yeah, he was basically debating things that wasn't even in the debate. He was debating TikTok videos, old TikTok videos and stuff. But that's why he really lost everything. And that majority of it, he wasn't staying on topic, and that's what really messed everything up for him.
Absolutely.
Facts. But getting back to this part right here, where the part you was reading, but it says they was found in central parts of Africa, in Sudan, and Sudan is real hot. They found white people in Sudan and the Sahara, for instance, as well as among the Tuareg, while its Black tribes exist in countries subject to the most rigorous code, such as Van Diemen's Land and New Zealand. So Blacks was living out there in the cold conditions. So do y'all remember when I told y'all, bring this up, let's look at this real quick. Come on now, get out the way. Let's put this down here. When we look at frostbite, even though this is funny to go to, I love doing stuff like this. When you go to frostbite, and we look at frostbite, and let's see, what frostbite? What does it?
Hey.
What color do your skin turn?
Black.
Coat. It's black. Even on a melanated person, it makes them darker. On a white person, it makes them darker. Even though it's destroying them, it's destroying your body, but it still makes it darker. So when they say they found black people in the cold regions, and we know black basically contains heat. It contains heat. We draw in so much heat, much light, and white reflects light. So regardless, white people would get colder than us in cold regions anyway, because they have nothing. They naturally can't retain heat. They repelling the shit away from them. So somebody that's not naturally supposed to be here, they can't exist on both planes. I mean, they should tell you something right then and there. Blacks exist in all shapes and forms of climate. So I'm just saying, y'all got to stop this stuff about climate can change who you is. Man, it's dark people everywhere. There's dark people everywhere, regardless. If it's extremely cold, it's dark people. If it's extremely hot, it's dark people. But if we in between, that's what we got, the brown.
Exactly, because why would they say that, just because of where you are to turn you? Like the Eskimos is still the same color. That whole vitamin D thing that they're, lack of vitamin D, that's all bull.
Facts. And it says another direction to quite close to the white man. White islanders in Norwegians, people with very dark skin may be seen like the Laplanders. They seen dark people in the Norwegians and Icelanders. And it says in California, and it says a country of cold latitude. The Aborigines are, as have stated, almost black. So the guy, my bro Miko right here, he told you the reason you get these DNA tests is because they judge you based off your pigmentation and saying you're from Africa. But right here, you just learned that they had dark people, and where? That's all I like to add to it. You had dark people in New Zealand. You had dark people in Iceland, and the Norwegian. I don't even know how to say the proper country over there. Norwegia or Norwegian. I don't know.
Norwegians.
Norwegians. Is that how to say the country?
That's Norway, I believe.
Norway? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Norway. You got dark people in Norway. You got dark people in the Lapland. in the Laplands. So just to add to that, how can these geneticists, how can they determine the dark people from those regions? Who are they genetically?
Exactly.
So y'all get what I'm saying? So, for example, just adding to it, I already explained this to Mo Facts, but the Hottentots, they're a yellowish brownish complexion. This is what they look like, right? And then you got the Caucasian-like Negro. And he's found in Africa. And he's called the Caffreys, or Caffreys or something like that. This right here. And it said are far taller and stronger. And it said, but it says they elevated their forehead. You see, you got the Caucasian-like forehead and the projecting nose of the European with thick lips of the Negro and high prominent cheekbones of the Hottentots. So they're showing you this, but they still called this man a Negro, but he's a black person, right? So what would they consider this person? If you see this person, is this man, somebody like this walking around America, you will come to him and be like, oh, he might be mixed or something or like that, but he's not. He's of the original tribes of Africa. And this isn't who caught. And now, if you get a idiot Pan-African, he might say, "Oh, well, due to evolution, yada yada yada, the Caucasians probably spawned from him, and these people, yada 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 yada." They might say some crap like that, but he is no part of it.
You wanna know what's crazy to add on to that? A lot of people use the DNA test and they use GEDmatch. And here's another fallacy that if you have skin pigment like us and the people you're showing, they're automatically going to say you're African. Now they say that they did a DNA study with GEDmatch with a Neanderthal woman, and they said that when they took just a little piece of her DNA. Now you know they say that Neanderthals wasn't in Africa at all, but when they did her DNA, they found that she had the CLAO, and they said she was from Africa. But I thought Neanderthals wasn't in Africa. So anybody who has the CLAO or any kind of allele like the M or the gene like the MC1R, which produces our pigment, anybody who has that, they're saying just because on the books, these tests are going off of out of Africa theory, which by the way, one of the pioneers of the out of Africa theory, Rebecca McCann, she's recanting it and saying that, well, people didn't come from Africa, they possibly came from Australia now. So they keep switching this every so often. So if you have our pigment, they're going to say you African. That's a fallacy, because like I said in the beginning, that Africa does not have a patent on phenotype.
So aren't y'all understanding what's taking place here? Chat, are y'all understanding this? They basically telling you it's the same thing we've been saying, but y'all just heard it from a scientific point of view. They just telling you who you are just based off what you look like. But you finding Negro type people all over the world who has no ties to Africa whatsoever, yet they are still calling them Africans. They got to make up some little story that can make sense to their theory. They basically trying to make shit make sense to themselves, but they have nothing to back it up. Exactly. Just like, for example, where's it? You ever heard of the Guadalupe fossil?
Yes.
And yeah, you know, it's a woman entrapped in a sandstone that was found in the Miocene strata, I believe. Let's see, where is it? Do I have it right here? All right, here it is.
I was about to say, like, another thing too is like they don't even do like all them tests like that over there in Africa. Like they don't be swabbing their mouth
Bingo.
or you know what I'm saying, doing none of that stuff like they do over here in America. They're just confusing people, you know what I'm saying, at this point.
They definitely are, because 23andMe and Ancestry doesn't even have an African database. Like they don't go over there. They wait till the Africans come over here or go to a testing site that they have. Just like African Ancestry, I know one of the Pan-Africans are going to bring that up. I got something for that too, because I'm going to show you what they're actually going off of. They're going off your haplogroup, which is less than 1% of your DNA, which I'm going to show you does not connect you to any tribe.
I can't wait for the part 2. Man, make sure you get that photo ready. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, it's gonna get bad for the Pan-Africans, man. They're gonna have to do their genealogy, and they're gonna have to come on this side with them tests and put it together the right way.
Man, we've been forcing these people to do their genealogy for a long time, and every time it came the moment of truth, and we'd be like, "Hey, if you want to proceed with anything, you got to show me that your people. You got to show me your folks. You say you went to these people. Y'all like to travel to Ghana. Y'all like to travel to Sudan, but yeah, you're not traveling to the people that you're allegedly related to. So how about you show us this slave register, this slave shipping log, this all this mess that show that your people came from this place. Don't give me this, hey, they eliminated the African names and stuff like that. That's not true, because I did a presentation on it and I showed a ship log, a ship manifest of African names on the manifest, and these people were still continuing the names when they came to the Caribs in South America and North America as well. They changed their name all by them damn selves, not by the all the big bad white men came in and said, hey, I can't pronounce this shit, so change your name to Tom or some bullshit like that. That's not what happened.
You wanna know what's so crazy about what you just said? That matches what I'm finna say. That a lot of the Africans don't even know how old they is for real. That come over here, they don't even know how old they is. They don't have birth certificates. Some of them, they be like 13 in like the 6th grade. They be old as hell. You can Google this. They don't know. A lot of them come over here. They don't even know how old they is for real.
So they just grow.
They just winging it. You can Google this. They don't even know how old they. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them don't know. They don't know how old they is.
That's why they got so much faith in the London University and the University of Paris.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I had an interview with some Somalians, and I asked them what was their main source of research, and it's literally from the University of Paris. For you to be this ancient people that have world history, know everything about the earth, and say everyone come from you, and this land is the motherland, why do you go to Paris to learn about your own land?
Exactly. We know more about them than they do, and especially like the slave trade and stuff like that, because, and especially down there in Mexico, like I hope anybody who comes to debate has actually been to these places, because when you go to Mexico, they call some of the statues moreno, which means brown or dark brown or whatever. They call some of the people, like they even have an Olmec statue down there called El Negro, and they're saying that this is an Olmec.
Oh yeah, I got that. I showed that many times, and they said, you know what they say? It's a monkey.
That's funny. That's funny.
And the museum doesn't call it a monkey. It's the Native Americans and Pan-Africans calling it a monkey.
They say that it's a man down there, and that's how automatically they're disqualified when they say that, because I would ask them, or call the museum and ask that. The museum is saying that is a man, that is an Olmec, or the She, or whatever, their real name, our ancestor. But there's even saying in a newspaper article that the stuff down there, like the artifacts and stuff, they're saying that the modern Mexicans did not build that. They're saying that their ancestors did not build. They're admitting that they didn't build this. And another thing is about you have in Belize, if you look at their slave records, they only have 899 Africans that went there. So how in the world because 899 Africans turn into what you see today? Just like there was no slavery in some of these places, but you got places like El Salvador, which only had 290 slaves. Peru had 263. Honduras had about 282. Guatemala 1076, and Panama 8,332. That is a very small number compared to all those Black people down there. So somebody lying somewhere. Somebody's lying. Just like the pygmy skulls. When I tell Native Americans this, they get that big deer in the headlights look like this. When I say, well, what about the pygmy skulls in Holliston Mills, Tennessee, that are 40,000 years old? That predates y'all.
Well, hey, you know what they're gonna say? I need someone to run a test on it.
and they actually did.
And even though the anthropologist is the one that said it in the newspapers, it's the anthropologist is saying this. This isn't a random person that said, "Hey, I found a skull that's a pygmy skull." This is experts.
Absolutely, man. They know we've been here. The thing that kills me is I always hear Native Americans go, the colonizer this, the colonizer that. They took this, they took that. But then when it comes time to prove something, y'all run into the colonizer all the time. Like I just had a person recently talking about the colonizer this, the colonizer that. But not only are you married to the colonizer, but you're running to his work. You're supposed to be Native American. What about your Native ancestry? What about like all of your records and stuff like that? Have you ever seen a Native American bust out with their family tree? I have never seen it. I have never seen them come out with their family tree. This is interesting what you have up here. Origin of old Mexican races may be soft.
Because when you said they did not build, they did not build none of the stuff there. Man, I got my first lesson on YouTube for this year is going to be about the Mongol invasion. I talked about it on TikTok. I showed that the king of China, he brought his ships here coming straight to Mexico. I talked about how Cusco doesn't belong to us. It's in fact a Mongol empire. I talked about how the Aztecs is a Mongol empire as well, and they was fighting with the Mayak. Now, those folks was Negroes too. They were Negroes. They were Mongols. I still don't know how they became pale. A book, what's it called? The New America being the latest and something like that. New World or something like that. America being the latest in New World. Or in that book, it talk about hairy people coming out of the caves. They were pale. It also talk about the red giants, right? White people, red-haired giants in South America, like at the tip of South America at the end. Said that region was called the region of Gigante.
They had that on some of the maps.
Yeah, it's still there. And they said they still find giant bones and all those things still down there.
There's a book on that too.
Yep, and there's a story about giants coming on ships to Mexico too, and they was raging war with this what you call the sea or the she people. But this is stuff I haven't even brought out yet. But right here it says the origins of old Mexican races may be solved. Ancient Chinese hieroglyphics discovered in the pyramids of the Holy City. Now there's gonna be some words I can't pronounce in here, and my Spanish is not good, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. But it says Mexico City, February 25th. The hieroglyphics recently discovered on the foundation stones of the pyramids of San Juan Teotihuacan, 27 miles northeast of Mexico City, may solve the problem which has perplexed historians and archaeologists for centuries as to the true origins of the Mexican nation. These strange carvings are said by some authorities to be Chinese, thus tending to bear out the old tradition that in the dim past wandering tribes from China crossed to the new continent and settled within the present boundaries of Mexico and became the progenitors of the race which now dominates this republic, which is not the original people of the land. They are the majority. Now, when what's that guy named Cortez, and what my brother, he always say his name, I forgot his name, the African that came with him, they called these people mongrel. How were they mongrel people before they got mixed with the Spaniards? Ancient this man pulled up the ancient Egyptians and the Chinese American.
That match with that right there, what you just said. That's why they have the only pyramids that's found in China. It was built by us, which they were calling the Black Chinese over there the Shia. They just added like the A to it. So that matched everything you said. Just matched with that book right there. That's volume 1.
Thanks. So again, no, I ain't debating no Mexican. I don't think no debate. Every Mexican I faced, they had a Bud Light in their hand. They was calling me all types of stuff. So the latest guy, a Mexican, but he called himself Choctaw. He sounded like Boomhauer. And every time he get on the panel, man, it's freaking crazy. He got so much words he got for me, and I can't understand nothing he's saying, man. It's just sad.
I would have to debate him in Spanish.
It's funny, man. That guy's funny. But it says, so interesting are the recent discoveries that the Bureau of Anthropology has been instructed to conduct a vigorous research. And in this connection, Feng Tusang Kuang Quang. That's crazy. Charles, wait, so they got a Chinese anthropologist came over here. And it says in affairs, what they say? It says D or whatever. D affairs of the Chinese legation in Mexico visit the pyramids and stated that the hieroglyphics were similar in, so this is what the Chinese anthropologist saying, in many respects to certain symbols now in use by the Chinese. He declared the words sun, city, and I were clearly depicted. Mexican anthropologists who have damn this shit cut off who have interested themselves in the discovery have declined to pass final judgment. I wonder why until further excavations are made and more evidence obtained. Sir, the Chinese man already found a couple of letters or hieroglyphics that said sun and city. He spotted it right away. How was that? Then the Mexicans said, hey, we're gonna have to disagree with this and we gotta find some more evidence. I mean, the language was right there. How could you deny that? It's because they was already invested in this Aztec business, in this Mayan business. That's why they want to push it away. Because if you're not the people, then who was?
Exactly.
All right,
It's
but
slowly coming out.
I don't want to read the rest of this because this is saved for my Mongol presentation. I'm still not done getting everything, but I got a lot of stuff on it. Where is it? It's called the Mongol Invasion and Mongol Americans. Mongol Invasion, I got so much stuff, but the first I can show this photo because I already did it on a presentation on YouTube. I mean on TikTok. This is Mango Capac. He is the first leader of the Cusco Empire. He got the Baal.
Oh wow.
Yep, he got the Baal here. What's that called? Crown. He got the sun. And what do you see here? We got the lion with the mane. Now, when you look into Mungo Capac, you will learn that Mungu Capac, Mungu Khan, he is the grandson. He is the grandson right here. Mungo Capac is the grandson of Mungu Capac, Mungu Khan of Genghis Khan's lineage. Now, I found most of this through the sources in this book. And it's called The Historical Researches of the Conquest in Peru of Mexico, Bogota, Natchez, and Ptolemy in the 13th century by the Mongols, accompanied by elephants. This explains why we see a lot of woolly mammoths over here too, because the woolly mammoths, that was in the Mongol region. How did they end up over here? Now, there's speculation where they said once upon a time, about approximately 900 years ago, America and China was still connected. Not no ice bridge. It was literally connected. And you can see the shallow waters are still there. It was a lot of land there. I think something man-made happened. And they just got rid of the topsoil or whatever they did. I don't know what they did, but they separated America from China in some way, form, or fashion. But when we get into Mungu Capac, let's see it right here. I want to read this little thing right here. It's in the same book. It says a temple in a considerable comparative degree of civilization will be found at Telemeco in the north latitude of 39 degrees west of Lake Erie. But the people bear evidence of a Mongol origin, and Telemeco is not far from two places where remains of elephant grinders like those in Siberia and others of the mastodon. Sorry, not the woolly mammoth. The mastodon, that's the elephant, have been found. And it says Bogota and Natchez bear irresistible indications of being likewise Mongol settlements. And it says, but the writer, having dwelt at some length of the origin of the Peruvian and Mexico empires, has not. I ain't got the rest of that. I'm gonna get the rest of that. Now, where's the? All right, let me find
Genghis Khan.
Yeah, Genghis Khan got a lot to do with this stuff. Well, his grandsons, not Genghis Khan himself, his grandsons. When you look at Tubal Khan and all these other people. Here it is right here.
You talking about the Mason guy, Tubal Khan?
He was a Mongol, right? The grandson. Even Kublai, not Tubal Khan, Kublai Khan. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Kublai Khan. Yeah. Okay. It says the opinion of the writer is Mungo Capac, the first Inca of Peru. There's this guy's calling an opinion, but I got a source from another book that confirms it. They don't like this shit. So what you're reading is the commentary on how the author feels, but they already explained this. But it says the opinion of the writer is the Mungo Capac, the first Inca of Peru, was the son of Grand Khan Kublai, and that Montezuma's ancestors was a Mongol grandee from Tengu. Very possible as some. Now, this word right here, I want people to start doing their research on this, and also the Ascendians as well. Because all of this ties to the Aztecs and to Cusco and the Mongol invasion. But Mungo Capac, I mean, what's his name right here? Where the guy name? Grand Khan Kublai. No.
Lie.
That ain't the guy name. He said he was the grandson. He was the son of the Grand Khan Kublai. There was another name. Oh, let me show y'all. Let me just pull up. Mungo, it was Mango Khan or something like that. Mango Khan. Who the frick is this? Was it Mugu? Mungu. Here he is right here. That's him. But he was melanated. This was supposed to be Mungo Capac's, basically his father. They got the same name, but he's called a Khan. And we know they called them Khans over here in America too.
Mm-hmm.
That title is still here too. But what I'm tying in the Mongolian family, the head family, to the Aztec family, into Cusco family as well. Whoever ruled Cusco. And showing how they all are literally the same people. And now I'm going to show you the Chinese ships right here. Because I don't know if you came across this yet. But this map right here, it's called your Barnos Montes map.
Oh, snap.
And this is the ships. And I translate it. It says the army of the king of China. The army of the king of China. And where are they headed? You see the army of the king of China right here. That's Japan when it used to be bigger. And look where they sell. So look where they're selling to.
Wow.
Right here. Now, I got more. The tents of I gotta go to your Barnos Monte map for real to show you this part. So I'm gonna go to the Urbano Montes map. I say this is the realest map that's out there. It don't got Australia on it. I don't believe Australia exists. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really don't believe Australia exists. And I'm gonna show you why I don't believe it.
I heard somebody else say that. So
okay.
They didn't say why though.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you why. Based off this map, I'm gonna show you why. Okay. Once it start, come on, get up there. All right, here we go. Again, you already know who the hell that is. But here go the army of the king of China, right here. Heading, going to Mexico. They're also going to invade here as well. Now, here's the interesting thing. When you zoom in, right here, this says Tartaria. And you see the red tents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Tartaria for real. I'm showing you the invasion. They settled there. That's a settlement. Literally, that's a whole settlement. And that's the same area where most of the Native Americans are. That was literally the region where the Lakotas was at. I think this would do right here. All right, now we're going to go to Tartaria. Here we go, right here. The same tense. Oh, here it is right here. Tart.
The exact same thing. Wow.
Same tense. Right here. This is Tartarians. And they tense still. Did I already go right here? I think I already. Okay.
What is that right there?
What, this thing?
Yeah.
I call them dracons or a hybrid. I believe everything on they got on this map, I believe existed. I'm just gonna let everybody know. Now I'm gonna show you the Kingdom of Brazil. The Kingdom of Brazil. Right here. Brazil was not, people need to understand where they got Brazil from. Brazil was right here, where originally, where's the, yeah, these are the East, this is the East Indies right here. Now, here's the funny thing. Guess what country that is? That's Papua New Guinea.
Oh, wow.
Australia is supposed to be right here. You see this boat? So evidently this boat was sailing right here. How the hell y'all didn't see Australia?
Exactly.
Papua New Guinea is literally 20 miles from Australia. So
Right.
you didn't see the land. So that's the reason I don't believe Australia existed. They had all these lands and they literally went into the alleged ice ring and they showed all these animals and all these people here. And they got the Kingdom of Brazil south of Papua New Guinea. Right here. Brasilia region.
You're right though. Brazil or it's supposed to be right there though. You're right.
Yep. So when we go over here, let me turn this map a little more. Come on, get this better. I guess with this how we're gonna have to work with it. This is the region I was telling you about, region of Digante, the region of the giants. And it wasn't just giants, it was giant animals, all types of things that was here. And they know in the scientific world, they say, oh, there was giant bugs, there was giants this and giants that. But this is Brazil right here too. So we got two Brazils.
Brazil.
We got an empire that was over there south of Papua New Guinea, and we got Brazil over here. So I'm wondering what's the connection? What's the connection between the ice ring and Brazil?
That's interesting.
So yeah, this map, I've been learning a lot of stuff from this map. I've been translating this map. Also, yeah, the tents, Tartaria is down here too to show what I was talking about, and the giants right there, the white man giants. But it's just to show proof. They left their marks on this map. Whenever you see their tents, that's literally them. We wasn't no tent making people.
Exactly.
That was a Tartarian tradition. I believe the tents is also in Africa. No.
I think they were in they didn't call them that though. They were in West Africa. I forget what they called them though. I forget what they call them.
I don't see it there. I thought I seen one over here. I guess I was wrong. It might have been somewhere else.
Did I say Negro land?
Oh, let me show you something else. Did you know there's another Negro land?
No, I didn't know that.
Let me show you. Gotta put you on game, cause when you get into this shit, bro, it's gonna be a lot of stuff, man. There's another Negro land, and If we would have got far into the debate, if he would have brought up Negro land, I was for to show him. I was gonna show MoFax the other Negro land. I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna show you every fucking thing I got. It's not in this one. I believe it's in the labelism.
You got that Noble Drew Ali folder.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got something for the Moors. I told him when I'm done with these Pan Africans, I'm coming for you. You Mr. Ali's, not the real you Mr. Ali's. I'm coming for y'all. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring up my folder. Open up one to share. Get out the way. Where it's at. Jack D. Forbes. Have you seen this book before?
Yeah, I got that book.
Okay, cool. So when you type in Negri.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Yep. Land of the Negroes, Brazil.
Mm-hmm. That's where they get where the Jesuits was calling them Negro de Guine. Actually, I got another book like that right over here. It was a book that was in Latin, but they translated it to English. It's called The Blacks of the Land. And in that book, they literally are saying that it was Negroes that they saw.
Facts. So I also got a map. We probably for the end this live though, because I know I'm at freaking like 2 hours.
Yeah, I got to take off in a second anyway. I thank you for having me on, man. It's my pleasure. Definitely.
Most definitely. I think I'm gonna let this be the last thing I'm gonna show.
I can't wait for you to drop this, man. I really want to see this. This is dope.
Drop what? You talk about the Mongol thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm still waiting. I'm still giving it a time. I still gotta find some more stuff. But right here, you got Ethiopia. It's funny how they got Ethiopia. I know some people might say this the Ethiopia Sea, but it's funny how Brazil means land of the blacks. Then you got Ethiopia, which means what it means, dark people or something like that.
A burnt face.
Yeah, burnt face. And you got right here, but it doesn't call it the Ethiopian Ocean.
Mm.
It doesn't say it. It just says Ethiopia, like the Ethiopia key or something like that.
Have you ever been down there?
So South America, no. The first place I want to go to is Yucatan.
Man, if you go down there, man, you're gonna see people that look just like you and I. And they still speak the language too. I speak it too. And you got people, when you go to Brazil, there's places down there you can't go. When you go down to Brazil, they got people that make people in Africa look light skinned. They got dark skinned people down there. Besides Africa, Brazil is one of the most populated Black people there. Go to Curitiba, Brazil. You'll see what I'm talking about. And they'll tell you that you are not African. They're going to say you're their brother, you're their sister. They're going to tell you down there that you're from this continent. They're going to tell you down there.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, this stuff, I'm going to make sure. I do want to go to Brazil. I mean, not Brazil. I'm going to get to you again about that name. But like I said, the first place I really want to go to is Yucatan. I really want to see the moon pyramids and Teotihuacan.
Oh, it's dope. Especially at night. It's dope.
Facts. I really want to go out there. Now, this is the map I was talking about. Like I say, it was written in a lot of maps. You're not going to find these maps online. You see this is a book. Yeah, I got this from a book. But you gotta go into these old books to find the stuff I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We got La China, which is La Cathy.
Oh, India too. Wow.
India Superior. We got China, India Superior, India. All this right here. But here's the interesting thing about this map. This is why I said slave trade, did it happen the way it did? We got a huge land bridge.
Wow.
That area is still a no-fly zone to this day. Till this day. I did the research on it. It's a no-fly zone. From Greenland to some other land. And there's the land bridge that's connecting to the European islands. So did they really sail or did they cross and start in Canada and work their way on down? Or did they came up here and that they sell the coastline until they made it to the Caribs? It's just something to think about.
That's a good question.
But I don't believe this crossing from Africa to here. I don't believe that these oceans.
Nah, they definitely didn't do it.
Yeah, so I'm starting to see. Oh yeah, and we have the great land that's beyond South America.
Tierra del Fuego. That's where they found the pygmies at, or they're calling them pygmies. They found them down there, but some of them wasn't really pygmies. They were our people because when the catastrophe happened, it cut off the oxygen. Because you know, a little person like that, it's a problem with the pituitary gland. So that's why they start shortening up like that. It's a problem with the pituitary gland.
No, I didn't know that right there.
Exactly, bro.
It's the science guy, man. We needed a science guy. These people,
Man, you got all these maps like this, man. This is dope.
Yeah, I got a map pack, a whole map pack. Got a bunch.
Oh, Guyana. Wait, go back to that. Go back to that. Guyana is Brazil they got on there? Yeah. Wow. And then they got that river. What I can't really.
It's MANA. I don't know.
Wow.
G or Q. H.
El Peruvian.
What's up?
Down in Peru, the Quechua people will tell you that you're not African. That's why they don't never really mess with them like that. If you go down there, there's a lot of them down there. They don't got no internet, no nothing like that. They just strictly be off in the woods, off in the cuts and stuff. And they hunt like that. They fish like that. And they got medicine that we never seen before. But they'll tell you that we the same people. A lot of them Latin Americans will tell you that. Some of them don't like us though.
Yeah, I already know. We got a Pan-African acting crazy in the comment section, but we're gonna cut it short for this guy. If y'all want to deal with him,
wait, what is he saying?
He's saying that and this stuff don't make sense. How can I talk to him? I guess they say how they want to talk to you. His name is Black King Internet. I think that's Black first.
I mean, if you're a Pan-African, why are you here? Evidently, we piqued your interest.
Hello? Yeah, what's up?
I don't like to do no talking. If it's a Pan-African or Native American or whatever you think you is, come debate.
But yeah, he was saying stuff like, "How can I talk to you?" He said, like, I mean, you finna make your YouTube. I mean,
he's saying, how can he talk to me? Cause what?
That's basically what he said. He said that stuff don't make sense. What does an African look like, brother?
Well, I would ask him a question. What does Africa mean?
He said, you don't know what you're talking about. Why you're not showing how close Africa is to America? I think that one was for me right there.
I would ask anybody who's of opposing interest, what does Africa mean? And have you ever been there?
They have not, man.
Because if you break the word Africa down, they're going to say that it comes from Afrique, which they're going to say that it comes from the Afrique people. But when you break it down, and this is word to Ali Muhammad, shout out to him. When you break the word Africa down, it goes to mean cave dweller. That's what it means, number one. Number two, it also is a African protectorate, which was from Rome, which goes to a white Roman goddess called Africa. So that's what your people is. So, I mean, like I said, man, it's not even to be arrogant at this point. It's pretty much to shut down their false reality. Anybody who of a opposing view, come get $1,000 if you can, because this is just light work from what he's bringing out, stuff that just jabbing y'all. Because you see all these folders in here, man. and I mean, if y'all want to debate, just come debate. That's all we ask. Just come debate. We got to. I mean, you say you're putting together a team. Man, these people do not want it. I'll put up the bread. Just come debate.
Man, the majority of the debates just going to be them asking questions, man. That's all they do. I haven't faced not one real Pan-African that been on literature, like being focused on a literature that stayed on topic. It's just been the same stuff over and over and over again. It's like they just don't get it. I think I showed you. No, this was in a recap, bro. In a recap, this is the Venaticus. This is the Codex Venaticus B. They don't know how old this thing is. They found it around 1530 something. And you could clearly see those are wicks on his head. Those
Yes.
are wicks. So when we type in wicks,
Like the hairstyle.
yeah, hairstyle. Type in 2 wicks. Because he got 2 wicks.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I just use him for one.
You know what I don't understand, man? I don't understand how Pan-Africans can say that, you know, we was all over the planet, but then when it just so happens to get to America, no, y'all ain't from over there. Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
I just don't get it, man. I don't know what's their deal. I don't know why they want to be Africans so bad, because they don't claim them. I mean, y'all practice y'all African culture. Go do that. Go learn from them. Go learn who your people is over there.
I want to know when they leaving.
They're not gonna leave.
When are they going back to Africa? Go over there. When, I mean, do you have dual citizenship, or do you have, you know, what African country claims you? Because legally, from a legal standpoint, I'm not just a DNA guy, I'm the law guy too. Legally, you're not an African, you are an American. So you can say you American, African, or African American, which is actually copywritten by a man. You can say that's what you are. But legally, just because you have a DNA test, it does not necessarily mean that you are a part of those tribes. You have to go through their little, not even just rituals, but you got to go through, you got to be naturalized into their tribes. So if you are not naturalized into that, I don't want to hear any of these people saying anything. That is definitely the same hairstyle.
Yep.
Definitely.
That's why I screen. That's why I got the just screenshotted it. Definitely the same one.
That is the same thing. Same thing, but I don't understand the Pan-African thing anymore. It's like a lot of the, like I can show them an African literally saying Pan-African, we ain't even on that with y'all. They come over here and they don't even recognize us like that.
Yep, that's facts.
Exactly, bro. Like I remember the video that I did when I was asking the African lady, like little questions, stuff like, do you think we're the same people? All that. That girl was like, nah. And then I even asked them, do y'all know what the Ankh is? And they said no. And this was like the third person I asked that's from Africa, over there in Africa. Didn't even know what the Ankh was.
Of course not. And of course they're gonna say we ain't the same people, but what they do to us when it's time for them to get any kind of tangible or whatever, then they say we the same people. But then they'll go off when they win something, they'll, oh, I did this for Ghana, or I did this for Jamaica, or I did this for Nigeria, or I did this for this. But then when it comes to us, it's, oh, we don't know who y'all is. They don't want to claim us. So what I'm saying is we need to step up and we need to get our own, we need to get political power. Because no matter what you're saying you are, Pan-African, Moor, Israelite, Indian, we have no political power at all. We need political power. We need to join and stop playing around. This is why the genealogy mixed with the DNA, that's the 1-2 punch. And we can really find out who's who. And we need to come together and we need to get some land and we need to put our skill set together and stop playing. Because how quick that's what's going on in what they saying is Israel, how quick what's going on over there, that can happen over here. And we have no political power and we have no political asylum to be protected. So when I ask a Pan-African, when I ask, what is your code of ethics? So if you're a Pan-African and you know your child wanted to marry my child, what is the ritual? What is the code of ethics? How do I know you real or not? How I know that you ain't gonna do this, that, the other? There has to be a code of ethics. There has to be. So what African country claimed you?
Man, I wonder how long my mic was down. They said they couldn't hear me.
Oh wow.
I hope it wasn't down for more than 10 minutes, but it's all right. They could see.
Can they hear you now?
Yeah, they can hear me now. I had my mic down. That hurt you. They just couldn't hear me. It was just been. I hope it been for like a good 10 minutes, hopefully. But yeah, you could hear me. It's just I had my speaker and my stuff down. That's crazy. But yeah, this is most definitely the same individual. I mean, not the same individual, but same hairstyle.
Same nose, same hairstyle.
You know, and for
Same skin picture.
an African to come out here and say that's just a drawing, because that's what they do. But when you show them the Egyptian wall, that's not a drawing. Evidence.
That's my thing, though. Why do they always just claim Egypt? I don't understand that. I don't get that. And then when I go to telling them, like, yo, do y'all, have y'all ever been over there? Have y'all read the papyrus? When I ask them a question, like, that you have,
That was my wife.
I'll do this. I'll go, it's the woman that you have. Like, if y'all are not having babies and stuff like that, ooh, you're gonna get in trouble. If y'all not having babies, are y'all doing this? Because the Egyptians used crocodile feces as a contraceptive. They also, a lot of them were, and I'm not disrespecting anybody when I say this, a lot of them were homosexual. A lot of them were using semen as a flavoring agent. So when you go eat your food, are you putting that on your food? Because if you're an Egyptian, that's all I'm saying. I'm not disrespecting nobody or whatever, but I'm just saying, why are they always the Egyptians? How come they never the African with the plate in his lip, with the bone in his nose, or the African that put his face in the cow ass? How come they never that? It's crazy.
Okay, next time I gotta make sure to have notifications on Telegram turned off. I'm glad her number ain't popped up, shoot. But yeah.
Oh, definitely. That'd be crazy.
Yep. But hey, let's get back to the Zoom. The Zoom. Stop screen sharing. So y'all, this is where we're going to end it. If you had liked the live, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, become a member, show some support. And when the brother finally make his YouTube and everything up, I'm gonna make a video and say, hey, go follow him. I'm gonna hashtag his name and edit his name so y'all can go follow Miko Wolf. I'm gonna say Chief Miko Wolf.
That's gonna be up by Sunday, most definitely.
It's gonna be up by Sunday. So y'all got no way to reach him right now, but by Sunday,
you can meet on Facebook, Mauricio Magnifico. You can reach me there. Also, Miko Wolf too, because I have a page. It's Miko Wolf on Facebook.
Okay, hold on.
I believe my business partner put something in the chat too. Wire Tribe. We just now getting started with this. I mean, I definitely want to shout out your channel too once it gets moving, because I'm gonna definitely do that too.
Oh yeah, man. I'm for the try. Gotta aim to get you a partnership, because ain't no point of you doing this. I like you doing it for what you love, but hey, you should get paid for doing what you love too.
Absolutely.
This whole live was monetized. Yeah, exactly. This whole live was monetized, and you took your time to come over here at your day to show your teachers and everything. So I'd like for you to get paid for what you do.
I appreciate it, and it's my birthday.
This is his birthday. If y'all want to, if you got a cash app, you could drop your cash out, and hey, y'all can send him a little gift if y'all want to.
RAD 3717. You got to put the little cash symbol. If you want to show some love, I really appreciate that. Definitely.
Oh, let me drop it in the group. I'm going to share my screen so people can see your Facebook. So Zoom right here. Y'all, if y'all want to add him, if y'all on Facebook, y'all can add him. Mauricio Magnifico. That's Spanish, so I can't do that Spanish. Y'all could do that. And y'all can add him if y'all want to. What was your
Miko? Oh, you said the Cash App. RAD 3717. Anything's appreciated. I definitely appreciate that.
That's his cash app. If y'all want to send him something for his birthday or something for the lesson for which I learned today. But yeah, we are about to end this live. Thank you for showing up, brother. I appreciate it.
I thank you for the opportunity, man. I give praise to the creator and the ancestors, most definitely.
Facts. I praise the most of the
Facts.
the great one, Chihuahua.
Absolutely.
They're just in my culture. People don't have to know them, but like I said, if we all coming together, we building teams. This is really just, like I said, it's coming together. This is like a power of minds, and whoever comes along that's intellectual in the same thing and that's part of this Indian business, hey, I take them out open arms, but we just got to see where it's headed. You know what I'm saying? Because
Absolutely.
we have no conflictions in the mind, and we got to see if that person is humble enough to learn from everybody that you see up here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still a student in this. This man showed me a lot of stuff I didn't even know. I said I was a student majority of this live. So I'm saying, whoever comes along, I'm gonna take you in. All right. So yeah, we're gonna end this live. Thank you for coming up. Thank you, Nine Ether, for showing up too.
Most definitely.
Hopefully
Yeah,
get you
most
on the camera
definitely,
next
man. Most
time.
definitely. Yeah, when I'm home.
All right, y'all. Peace, y'all.
All right, peace, bro.
Thanks for having me.
All right.